The film continues to find and influence kids and adults alike with record-breaking cable viewings, DVD purchases, and rentals. Although upon its release in the early 90s, the film did not fare so well with critics, nor was it a big box office draw, apparently costing Disney several millions of dollars. Complete with a charming cast, a clear-cut Halloween theme, and several adult-oriented jokes, not to mention its vast historical inaccuracies, the film's downfall might have been that it failed to know who its audience originally was. However, the film seems to have aged quite well in its place, as it's no doubt a milestone for many genre fans who are now in their early to mid-30s. With anniversaries popping up, authentic costumes being produced, and now a Disney Plus exclusive sequel happening, it's safe to say, much like the Sanderson sisters' Hocus Pocus, and its mystical and subculture energy will linger on for generations to come. Thank you.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Well put.
All right, Diego, tell us why you picked this classic.
Well, one, it is a classic. And two, I'm surprised you guys haven't fucking talked about it.
We definitely wrecked it a few times.
I know you guys have wrecked it, especially James, because James used to go all the time to Disneyland, so I was like, why haven't you wrecked this? So, like, you know, especially Hocus Pocus plays on, what's it called, on Freeform, like for 31 days. in October, so
Freeform used to be ABC Family, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to get an input from the movie folks in here.
Well, diving deeper into why you chose it, like how do you remember this film as a kid?
So this movie, I remember renting it from a farmer's market near Barrio Logan, and I remember my sister was just like, "Oh, I want to rent this," because inside the farmer's market there was a video store, so we used to always go and get our video rentals there, and we used to always just.
What's a video store?
That's a good question, sir.
You should explain this to the younger people.
Yes. It's where you go and...
it's like the library. What's a library? Yeah. It's like Google.
We used to go and pay a fee and get a videotape. And yeah, that's all you get.
Store.
Fuck you guys. If you don't know what a video. Fuck you guys if you don't know what a video store is. Not you guys, but like
people that don't know what a video store is just got triggered right now.
I don't care.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah. Unfollow. Unfollow and protest.
But yeah, because I remember renting this movie, and there was like a pizza spot right next door, and we got like those huge sliced pepperonis, and we went home and watched this movie for the first time, and I remember being scared shitless when I was watching this movie. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And I think I was like, like 6 or 7 at the time. So I was really little kid, bro.
Again, what?
And and I remember I didn't know the word virgin existed or what that meant.
And they say it like 87 times.
But I was like, what?
Yabos.
Like when I was a little kid, I was like, how can you get, like, I was telling my sister, I was like, how can you get rid of being a virgin? Like, what's that? Like, how do you get rid of that? And my sister was too young to like explain. She's like, I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of your virginity or whatever. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, we never used to talk about that when we were little kids. Like what the fuck? So for the longest time, I was like, why is he even? How can he not be a virgin? Like, what takes him? What does it take for him to not be a virgin? And because it was basically the whole plot of most of the movie and stuff. Like,
he accidentally releases that.
You're a virgin.
You see how she didn't want to light the candle because she ain't no virgin.
If there was no virgin, there'd be no movie.
Yeah, and
McGuffin.
and And yeah, so like I have fun memories of like watching this movie with my brother and sister, and like those video rental places like always remind me of like Hocus Pocus, like going to go rent like old wrestling tapes or something along those lines, you know. And I always like I remember wrecking it. I was like, why did I wreck it and not talk about the video stores? Like, because that's a huge part of, like, being a 90s kid.
Yeah, even just walking in and seeing, not even just horror genre, but all the different art. You know what I mean? Of the cassette tapes. That was kind of a theme of a lot of our childhoods, I would like to think.
That's where my anxiety started. Gotta get that movie. It's gonna be gone. It's gonna be gone. Gotta get it.
There's only like 3 there.
Yeah.
Especially when you were able to rent video games at like certain places, like it was like, oh man, I gotta get
Pokemon Snap, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to it, yeah, that's what I really have fun memories of this movie, and every year my family sits down and watches this at least once together, and I know my little niece, when I was watching this, came into the room and she's like, looks at what I'm watching and then goes back to the living room. It's like, Diego's watching Hocus Pocus? And Hocus Pocus? And I was like, it's Hocus Pocus, but yeah. And I'm like, trying to shame me. I was like, this 7-year-old's
making fun of.
I was like, this 7-year-old's trying to shame me for watching Hocus Pocus?
By yourself in the room. It does.
Because they watch Disney too, dude.
That's cool. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm a 31-year-old watching Thundercats. Like, come on, dude. Like, I can't be shamed anymore. There's no shaming here.
Wait, don't you like wrestling too?
Yes, there's no shaming. That's what I'm saying. You can't shame me at this point. I'm not embarrassed about all that stuff, But I just think it's just funny that like kids, like Wesley said, like kids nowadays are getting exposed to this movie, and now it's like becoming like almost like my generation's becoming fathers and mothers and stuff, and now they get to share with their kids. Definitely. And now their kids are going to be sharing it with their kids, so it's like become like a tradition now.
For the fall, I feel like this is a staple movie.
It's Halloween of Goonies. Goonies Halloween.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I do agree. Do agree with that statement. And yeah, so yeah, that all the good memories with this movie. Of course, I would want to wreck this, and and it's fun, and I want to hear you guys discuss about it.
Let's see. For me, it's all nostalgia. It's the member berries.
Yeah.
I don't have a bad memory of watching this movie.
Me too.
It's always been like with cousins.
Yeah.
With like, or my stepsister or something. It's always, I remembered this movie. It's the one time I thought Sarah Jessica Parker was attractive. So there's
that.
that.
Sex in the City?
No, not even.
She didn't do it for you?
It was always what's her name? Not Miranda.
I'm Samantha. I sleep with everybody.
Yeah, she was fun too, but I like the stuck up one. The brunette.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The shorter one?
Yeah, I always liked her. Yeah, so it's all saying that I like the movie and it's all good memories. It's still tough to watch because I don't watch it every year.
Yeah.
So
true.
I think if you have these movies, you have to watch it once a year in order to stay in love with it.
Mm-hmm.
I still liked it. I watched it with my girlfriend. We were watching it together, and she likes the movie, and she was laughing at parts. But it's not something I would go to watch anymore. I think I would, if I'm changing channels and it's on, I would stop and watch it for a little bit. Probably not the whole thing.
You probably watched it like 12 times already before, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I've seen it a lot, but like with like the Goonies, I watch once a year. But if you take a break off the Goonies and then go back, you're like, oh, I enjoyed this one that this much.
Not gonna lie, I haven't watched the Goonies in 5 years, bro.
Yeah, so watch it again. You're going to start seeing things that you didn't really, that you had, let's say, beer goggles on for because you liked it so much. Yeah. But it got to the point in the movie where I got a little bored, not because of the movie. I've seen it so many times, like you said before, at least 14 times. But then I started going down IMDb. I'm like, I wonder if she's still working. What has she done lately? Or what is he doing? This went down, and then I remember like, oh, there's supposed to be a sequel. That's going to be interesting how they do it. So yeah, and I'm a little excited. And then I was also impressed with how well. What's the name of the cat?
Binks.
Yeah, Binks.
Sean Murray. Is it Zachary Binks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was impressed with the CG.
Yeah, it was
'93. Like that was
that was really good.
The part where they see William Butcher, who, if you're a fan of The Boys, it's Billy Butcher. I was like, what? But yeah, did they cross universes? No. But then they all look at him and they look at each other and scream. If you watch, the cat does it too. He looks at them and he screams as well, and it's something that's really quick. I'm like, holy shit! I don't think I've ever noticed that before. And I liked it.
That's the thing about these old movies. You notice something different in every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, and then I got excited when they see the devil, and they see his wife, who is what's her name? It's Laverne from Laverne and Shirley, the director of League of Their Own. Yeah, that's what I thought. Start texting on your phone, not giving that blank stare. So the two cameos, because they were their brother and sister, who were playing husband and wife in that. And I got excited because I'm a child of Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Good Nick at Night.
Penny Marshall.
Penny Marshall. And then her brother was the devil. So I'm like, hey, those people, they're related. She directed A League of Their Own. He did shit too.
Yeah, they're brother and sister, right?
Yeah, and they just died in the past few years. And she's like, who? I'm like, Laverne and Shirley. You know, the girl with the big L on her sweater all the time. Like, Camille, Soprano, Hot Pepper Incorporated, whatever. I'm like, I still get excited seeing cameos like that.
Yeah.
And it's tough to, like, for younger audiences because they don't know who they are. So they don't watch Laverne and Shirley at Nick at Night.
How old is that?
She's younger than me. But then even people my age, our age,
not that young,
don't know Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
like
true.
unless you're a fan of television or that medium, like you don't.
They probably don't even know like Three's Company or like.
No, I love
Golden
Girls. Yeah, no, Golden Girls is popular because of Betty White. Like she had a resurgence and it came back up. But no, I agree. It's like same aspect.
Like Growing Pains.
Yeah,
like a lot of people don't know what Growing Pains is, and it's like, bro, it's like it was the it thing.
Yeah, so
it's because Growing Pains for our generation is like Full House or Family Matters. Like that's what they think of. They don't go farther back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Typically.
So I thought that was really cool, and I got excited telling her, "Hey, look, that's who it is." She's like, "Okay." But it just proves
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm more in love with that kind of thing, than she is, and it's funny because like you guys are like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. But it's weird to. Not until I came here that I was able to feel comfortable talking about all that stuff, and everyone got it outside my family because we were very much the video store people.
Yeah,
we had a video store basically.
Yeah,
my grandmother had a room full of bookshelves, full of VHSs. We owned everything, and like we had all the movies. So I loved the video store, but I never got to buy the snacks there because they're way expensive. I was told no.
But see, like that, like those kind of memories are the ones that are just like, man, like that's cool. Just going to go rent a movie that we don't get anymore, you know.
And now it's even harder to get those on your streaming services because of the algorithm.
Yeah,
you don't get to explore as much.
Yeah,
even when you try, it's still very curated to what you've watched in the past.
Yeah, if you have to know exactly what you're looking for and search for it. Sometimes new stuff, especially on Netflix, the algorithm's really weird and it won't even pop up things that have just come out, you know. And so if you've heard that it's being released and go and look for it, you know, specifically.
I think Hulu does it really good where they have staff picks.
I do like that because it's very close to what video stores used to do.
Yeah.
But Hulu's interface sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the consoles version of Hulu and Netflix is different, and they recommend me stuff like very good, like to what I like. Like sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they're very like, oh, you would like this. Like the last movie we did, the Jane Doe, Autopsy of Jane Doe, that was high and always the front like thing that was like shown to me, like, you know, Wes, like that, that's something I would like. and you happen to have chose it, but for some reason I just didn't click on it. But like